Testing, testing. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And I am Sainsy93, and tonight we are back with Tier 2, and we are at the Portugal Grand Prix. We have got a short qualifying followed by a 33 lap race, and it looks like we have 13 drivers tonight. So some good points for people driving tonight. I don't think many Tier 3 drivers have reserves for tonight, so I think mainly these are the Tier 2 drivers. And we'll just have a quick look at the standings for you, just so everyone can get a gist of what is going on. So at the moment, I think we are missing a couple races, but at the moment with the standings is Viva is P1 and he has 19 points ahead of Ghosts, and then P3 is Salty Stevens, but is 72 points behind Viva. So quite a big gap, and Mr. Wiggles takes P4 and Mr. Potwash is P5 in the McLaren. That is your top 5 for the standings. So Viva has just told me, good evening Viva, hope you are well, and the gap will be 29 points to Ghost. So at the moment Viva looking really well for the championship. Obviously 6 races still to go, so a lot to play for, but at the moment Viva has got 29 points ahead. There's a bit of banter going in the chat on Twitch. So we have got the 13 drivers, and that is Salty Stevens and ERC Vader in the Mercedes. So we've got the 2 Mercedes tonight. We've got 2 McLarens of Mr. Potwash and Doug. We've got 2 Aston Martins of Hybrid and Angry Badger. We have the 2 Red Bull drivers of Mr. Wiggles and, of course, Filthy Ghost. We have the 1 Williams of PRL Toro. We have the 1 Ferrari, who was your race winner last week and the week before. It's Enchanced. He has had a great start to Tier 2. Then we have the 1 AlphaTauri and your championship leader, F1 Viva. We have the 1 Alpine of Small Lab, but that is who's that? That name will come to me, who that is. And we have the Alfa Romeo of Mindful Wasp. Small Lab is Algari, that's who it is. I'm pretty sure that is Algari, so who is on the... So I will go to someone who's just started a rate on the lap, which is Angry Badger. Angry Badger used a lot of his ERS already. Obviously that straight down the straight is very long. But let's see. He sets a first sector of a 22.6. And Filthy Ghost says, I will get it back. So big words from Filthy Ghost here. Be hoping to get the pole position tonight and put some pressure on Viva. So as Angry Badger now, he's coming through to Sector 2 now. Let's see what his Sector 2 time will be. It's a 52.9. Has a bit of a wobble though. Filthy Ghost has just started his lap. And we're going to go back to Agbaja, as he's about to finish his flying lap. And he is going to cross the line, and it's going to be a 1:18.2. Let's go down to the Williams driver now of PRL Toro. And he is going to cross the line. He goes quickest to a 1:17.7. Let's go down to one of the... and he is invalidated. Filthy Ghost has invalidated his flying lap. So he will not be setting time. Viva is out on track. Just started his flying lap. And he must be doing another outlap because he is not using the RS. Let's see if Filthy Ghost will go for another flying lap. So it looks like he is. He is going for another flying lap. But has he got enough ERS to the end for the next flying lap? That is the question. So let's just stay on board with Filthy Ghost through the first sector, and then we will look to see if we can find someone else just quickly. So his first sector is a 21.9. Enchance has invalidated. So we're going to have to stick on board with Filthy Ghost because he is the only person out on a flying lap. He's got a car in front of him, which is his teammate. His teammate did get out of the way. He went into the gravel as well, his teammate. So he has not got any ERS left. I think he's probably going to come into the pits, you know. Second sector was a 51.9. Viva does set a time, but obviously he was not on a flying lap. He'd be on one now. Again, Filthy Ghost is out of ERS. He's only got 10% left. So let's see what he does. Filthy Ghost now. He's going to cross the line. And it's going to be a 1:17.1. Puts him P1. Let's see what Viva now can do in Sector 2. I believe, if I remember rightly, Filthy Ghost set up 51.9 in the second sector. So let's see if Viva can beat that. And at the moment, he is not by about 7/10. So Filthy Ghost's time looks like it was really good. We will stay on board with Viva. Then we'll go down to someone else. Viva's going to cross the line. It's a 1:18.0. Puts him P3. Let's go on board with Mr. Wiggles now. A lot of people doing another outlap just to get rid of some fuel, it looks like. Mr. Wiggles now, he is going to cross the line, and it's going to be a 1:19.2, puts him P5. Let's go down to Enchanced, and he is going to cross the line, and it's a 1:17.3, puts him now P2. So Filthy Ghost lap was brilliant because he ran out of ERS, and he's actually flying. He's beaten Enchance by 2/10 and the rest of the pack by about 6/10. So what a lap from Filthy Ghosts. Mindful Wasp went on another outlap, so let's see what his flying lap is going to be here. Mindful Wasp is going to cross the line, and it's going to be P3 of 1:17.4. Great lap from Mindful Wasp. We still have the 6 drivers that have not come out on track yet. Is Viva on another flying lap? He is. So Viva is going for another flying lap. Angry Badger. Mr. Wiggles is also out on track. Are any of these drivers out? So we're going to go on board with Viva then. And Viva has he's not going to set a time because he's 3 seconds, so he has pulled out of this flying lap. Let's go on board with Angry Badger. Let's see if he can improve on his first sector. And he does by nearly 6 tenths. So Angry Badger doing really well at the moment. Just in the first sector. We'll go back up to Enchance because he might be about to start a flying lap here. Not too sure about that. So we'll go to Angry Badger. Sector 2. Is he still improving? He is by 7 tenths. A bit of a wobble again there though. But he is improving by a hell of a lot. At the moment he could be beating Toro in and go up to 4th place. We'll see what his last sector is. As Angry Badger now DRS, he hasn't opened his DRS. No, he has. So, and he sets a time of a 1:17.9, puts in P5 for Angry Badger. Doug is on a flying lap here. So Doug now in the last sector. Let's see what he can do. Mindful Wasp has left the session. Hopefully we can get him back. Oh, we'll see if he's on Xbox. I will try and invite him just after Doug sets his flying lap. And Doug is going to cross the line. It's a 1:17.4. Puts in P4 for Doug. As Enchance goes quickest. Enchance now goes quicker. It's 1:17.1 on a used set of softs. He didn't come back in, and Enchance now 1:17.1. Great lap from him. Mr. Potwash goes P8 with 1:18.6. Just gonna try and see if I can't unfortunately invite my Wasp. Without so Viva is also on a flying lap. Let's see what his second sector will be. Your championship leader, he is about a 10th up at the moment. Can he improve in the last sector, or is he going to come in and then go for one more go at it? Let's go. Let's wait and see. So Viva now. Is he going across the line? He isn't. He's going to come into the pits. So Viva will not improve. Salty Stevens is on a flying lap. We've still got 3 people in the pits that have not come out yet. 4 people still not to set a time with 5 minutes remaining. Salty Stevens now crosses the line, and it's P6 for Salty Stevens, 1:17.8. Puts him just behind the Williams. Is Mr. Wiggles on a flying lap? No, he is invalidated. We'll go on board with Mindful Wasp, who is on and out that. ERC has told me, Vader hasn't told me he's not doing a lap. So ERC Vader will not be doing a lap. Not sure if he has a penalty of some sort. As we have now 4 minutes remaining. Mr. Wheels is not Mr. Wheels has not improved because he's invalidated. He's obviously, I think, going to possibly come into the pits because he hasn't got enough ERS. We'll have to wait and see about that one. We're going to go on board with Mindful Wasta, who's just started his flying lap here. As he is nearly 2 tenths already down. So Mindful was second sector. And he is unfortunately a 10th up now on his time. So unless he has a really good third sector, he will not be improving. But again, he might improve on his third sector. We'll wait and see. As Mindful Was is coming into the pits. So is he going to be able to get out? ERC Vader's told me no penalty, just turn 1 equals death. So obviously trying to play the sensible game, keep out the way in turn 1. Maybe there's problems ahead of him and then he stay out of that. But we've got 4 people on out laps. Everyone else is in the pits. Been a bit of a weird qualifying so far for tier 2. Not too much going on at the moment. Strange. Feels a bit like a cat and mouse kind of game. Enchance has started his flying lap now. And he is on a flying lap. As he is invalidated actually. So he is going to have to go for another out lap. He will have time. But he has invalidated. Filthy Ghost has also invalidated. But he's on an out lap. So it doesn't actually matter. But this will be his only go. Because he is too far behind to even if he mucks up his lap. We're going to go down to Viva. No, we're not. We're going to go on board with Mr. Potwash because he is on the lap. So Mr. Potwash now. Let's see what his first sector will be. He is 2 tenths quicker at the moment in his first sector. As it looked a bit of a lagging now. I'm not sure if he lost a bit of the back end, but it just looked like he might have lagged a bit. So hopefully it did not affect his time too much. We'll stay on board him for the second sector. And then we will go to someone else just to make sure we're not missing anyone. So his second sector, he's still 2 tenths down, so he is improving. Viva is also improving, but by a tiny, tiny bit. Let's go on board with these two. Ghost now. Is he improving in Sector 1? He is not. He is a 10th up on his time. Is Enchance improving? He is not. He's also a 10th up on his time. Doug has retired from the session. Viva now round to Sector 2. He is 6 tenths up. So, and Mr. Potwash goes up to P9. Viva now, let's stay on board with the championship leader. He will be the next to cross the line. So Viva, what can he do here? Can he move up the board? Needs to get closer to Ghost. Can he do it? Viva now crosses the line. And it's up to P3 for Viva. Really important. Mindful Wasp is a 10th up. What about these two now? Ghost will be the first across the line. Is he improving? Let's wait and see. He is not. He's a 10th down in chance. Can he improve? He does. A 1:17.0 in chance does improve. Let's go on board now. Let's see if anyone is closer than Mindful Wasp. Mindful Wasp has invalidated, so he will not be improving. Angry Badger is not improving. Salty Stevens now. Let's go on board. Oh, Williams. He will not improve. So let's go back to Salty Stevens. Sorry about that. So, Salty Stevens, can he do anything to get in the top 3? Salty Stevens crosses the line, and it's up to P5 for Salty Stevens, a 1:17.4. So, when Viva needed it, he did it. He's up to P3. 3 drivers did not set a time either. So, 11th, 12th, and 13th all will start at the back. There we go. That is qualifying done. Also, if anyone would like to hear the football news just quickly, I think England are 2-1 down. Let me just double check that. Yeah, so at the moment it's England 1, Belgium 2. Apparently 2 mistakes from Belgium. We've had some good chances apparently as well for England. I'll go through some of the other games as well for you. So Wales, Poland in the Euro 2024 qualifiers was 0-0. So yeah, that's quite a big game compared to England. And Iceland are currently beating Ukraine 1-0. And then friendly-wise, I'll go through the big games for you. So, don't know what the big games are, but England 1, Belgium 2, Germany 1, Netherlands 1, Scotland 0, Northern Ireland 1, Republic of Ireland 0, Switzerland 1, Slovenia 0, Portugal 0, France 1, Chile 1. And that is probably all the bigger games for you. And actually, going back to the Euros, Georgia have made the Euros. They have beaten Greece on penalties. So, can't remember the last time Georgia were in the Euros, but they have beaten Greece on penalties. So it looks pretty dry at the moment. A few clouds, but not sure what the weather conditions are looking like. But it does look like there is rain on the at the moment anyway. So we will be going away shortly. Remember, there is no formation lap, so we'll be going straight away. We've got about 2 minutes to go, so I'm just giving myself a quick drink quickly, and I'll be right back. So I am back now, and we will be away shortly. Again, at the moment, there is a two-way battle for this championship, and that is the AlphaTauri of Viva and the Red Bull of Ghosts. As Speedy Bullet has joined the chat and says, "What's up, everyone?" Yeah, what's up, Speedy Bullet? Glad to have you with us tonight. And Martellon says, "Them clouds don't look too good." Yeah, they don't look too bad though. I see blue skies. It's a tough one. I'm not sure if there is rain forecasted, but we'll wait and see. If they are, it could make things very interesting. I believe Tier 1 had a very interesting race, if I remember rightly. I think it rained, but they were all on soft tyres or something, if I remember. As we are going to be underway now. Enchance has a really good start, and he will definitely be ahead into the first corner. As Viva is fighting with Filthy Ghost now for P2. Filthy Ghost just about keeps it covered. Viva on the hards. So he's gone for a different strategy here. There is 4 people on the softs, 3 on the hards, and the rest are on mediums. As there is a battle going at the bottom here. And the 3 people that did not set a time are up to 8th, 9th and 10th now, taking Angry Badger, Toro and Mr. Wiggles. I'm surprised Viva has gone for the hards because I think, well, I've done the Portugal Grand Prix and I went for medium softs and you can actually do it on this track. So we'll have to wait and see if that was the right thing. As there is now already a bit of a queue behind Viva. Obviously on them hard tyres at the moment. And Chance obviously goes quickest. And the 2 front runners are kind of leaving the pack a bit here. Mindful Was now going for P3 and it looks like he has got it. As Salty Stevens definitely jumps the curb there and he touches Viva. There is a touch there from Salty Stevens. And Viva, I hope he hasn't got damage. But Salty Stevens definitely did touch him a tiny bit there. As there's now contact at the back. And I think Doug possibly has front wing damage. Someone definitely got some front wing fly off there. Let's go down to Mr. Potwash, who is fighting with Toro. So at the moment, as Mr. Potwash picks up a 3-second time penalty, all ready for multiple warnings. Cool, that's not a good start from Mr. Potwash, unfortunately, for him. Now, Viva, can he keep these 2 behind? He's going to struggle. Salty Stevens is going to go for the overtake. Is Doug as well? They both are, and is Viva about to lose 2 positions here? I think he has, you know. And Doug loses it, and he has crashed into someone, I think. Doug picks up a 5-second penalty for hitting into Hybrid. So a lot going on at the moment. Hybrid now up to P6 with Vader up to P7. So them 2 not pitting, and they've actually done an outstanding job so far, up to P6 and 7 and catching up to Viva super quick. We're going to go to the top of the field though, because Ghost, you know, he's catching up to Enchanced. Both on the medium tyre. As Enchanced did tell me no enhanced, sorry, not Enchanced, I don't know why I keep on saying that, enhanced. No rain forecasted. And then Martellon says, yeah, it looked grey, but it seemed to blow over. So, looks like we're going to have a dry race. Filthy Ghost now is going to go for the overtake, I feel like. And it should be a pretty easy one. So, Filthy Ghost now up to P1. As Hybrid also takes Viva, and so does Vader. And Vader actually gets 2 positions, and they actually touch. And I think Viva has lost it. Viva has spun with them 2 battling. I think they hit into Viva. So now Viva down in P10, but has he got damage? Doug has pitted as well. 5-second penalty he had to take. And he has a front wing change. Hybrid also has had some sort of problem. Vader has got a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. Everything's going crazy at the moment. Obviously, Vader and Hybrid have had a collision because now they're down in P9 and 10. And Algari has retired, and we have a safety car as well. What is happening here? So we're going to have a safety car. What does that mean? I think, do people pit? As we have Vader who's pitted as well. I'm not too sure what the hell just happened there. all I saw was Vader tyre just fell off. I really don't know what's happened there. We've got 2 people now who... Toro is coming into the pits. So we're now down to 11 drivers. We've got quite a lot of pits coming in. Got Viva into the pits. He's gone to a set of mediums. So we're going to have quite a big gap here. So at half time it is England 1, Belgium 2. And Wales 0, Poland 0. And Wales actually had a goal flagged offside. So Wales actually had the ball in the net. But unfortunately it was ruled offside. So we've got quite a few people still to catch up. As Martellon says, wow, 10 seconds penalty. So yeah, that was for Vader, who was obviously now left the session and then did DNF. So again, I didn't see exactly what happened. It might be on the stream. All I saw was a car flying across the track with his tyre off. So I have no idea. So as you can see, Doug has actually got 2 stops already. Will be a while till we can get back underway because we've still got 4 people to catch up. The top 5 all have not pitted, and the bottom 6 have pitted. So that is your pit stop strategies at the moment. So obviously, Toro down will be going for a 2-stopper race, and the top 5 all seeming to go for a 1-stopper still. Again, we've only got 11 drivers left now tonight. As everyone is nearly caught up now. We've got Doug just catching up. Safety car won't be in this lap. It will be in next lap, I can imagine. But at the moment, Filthy Ghost is your race leader. So he did overtake Enhanced, and he has kept that lead. So it is Filthy Ghost 1 first. Second is Enhanced. Third will be Mindful Wasp. 4th is now Salty Stevens. 5th is Angry Badger on a set of hards. You got PRL Turo at P6. 7th is Mr. Potwash. 8th is Viva. 9th is Hybrid. 10th is Mr. Wiggles. And 11th is Doug. And Angry Badger is into the pits. So that is a strange time to pit. But Angry Badger is now into the pits. So you come out dead last, unfortunately for him. Has he got front wing damage? He does. He got front wing damage. He must have crashed into someone under the safety car. Pretty sure he will catch up by the end of this lap. But that is not good for Angry Badger because he was doing really well up into P5. Won't affect him too much because he'll still be at the pack. There's only 11 drivers, so he's got a great chance still. He wouldn't have wanted that. The Angry Badger has now caught up, so we will be underway very shortly. We are lap 7 of 33, and as you can see, safety car is in this lap. When Filthy Ghost will go extremely late, because that pit lane, that pit straight. Sorry, that pit straight is very long, so he's going to wait until the last possible moment to go, I can imagine. It's not a track to go early down this straight. As he has now gone, and Michael Wasp actually gets the better start than Enhanced. Will Michael Wasp have a go into turn 1 now for P2? He doesn't, he stays behind. He had a really good start there. Viva is up to P6, taken Mr. Potwash. And now fighting with Turo for P5. As Enhanced, still behind Filthy Ghost. I think he must have been side by side with him at some point though. We'll stick at the top just for the moment, because these three are really close together. We will be trying to get past Turo as quickly as possible. He did do well to get past Mr. Potwash before turn 1. Enhanced now literally right on the back of Filthy Ghost. Filthy Ghost struggling after this restart, and I think Enhanced has got a really good chance to get him now into turn 1. But he doesn't, he stays behind. We're going to go on board with Viva though, who also stays behind, and Angry Badger has got Doug for P10. Something has happened, and Mindful Wasp is now down in last spot. So something has happened to Mindful Wasp, and he is now down in P11. Viva still behind Toro. Let's go back up to the front though. These five got a bit of a gap now between them and Hybrid. So Viva has got a really good start here, and he's going to have a go into turn 1, and Viva now up to P4. Toro cannot do anything about it. Enhanced still behind. Filthy Ghost hasn't got the straight line speed, but it does have DRS. I think, is it this lap or next lap? This lap, so he's going to have a go here, and he will take the lead. So Enhanced up to P1. He is now the race leader, and Filthy Ghost now down in P2. Salty Stevens looking now to have a go, but he does touch the back of Ghost, and now Viva is really interested in P3. Obviously on 4 lap newer tyres. We've obviously got that pace. Beaver now, can he have a go into turn 1 here? Has the better exit. really side by side now, and Viva is up to P3, and Filthy Ghost now back up to P1. Viva up to P3 now, and Enhance has lost that position once more. But will he fight back him into this next DRS zone? I think he will. Mindful Wasp picks up a 3-second penalty. Filthy Ghost goes defensive, and he will keep the position. That was really good defending from Filthy Ghost there. As Viva just watches on here. As there's a caution in Sector 2. Too sure. Went pretty quickly. There's a big line started up here though from Hybrid onwards. So then they got a 2.2 second gap from them to Angry Badger. As Enhance now going to have a go into turn 1. And he will take the race lead again. But Filthy Ghost goes round the outside. It's great attacking. But I think Enhance will just about keep it. And Viva's up to P2. Filthy Ghost goes wide. And Viva up to P2 now. But Filthy Ghost is going to attack him back into turn 3. They have a slight touch, but Viva will keep P2. Saying that driving from Filthy Ghost in turn 1 was really good. As Enhance has spun. Enhance has spun, so Viva now up to P1. What is going on tonight? And Toro is up to P2. I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know how Toro's gone up to P2, but somehow the Williams is up to P2. Viva's up to P1, and Filthy Ghost now down in P3. Mindful Wasp, Enhanced, and Mr. Wiggles down 9th, 10th, and 11th. Viva's got to try and get out of this DRS zone. He's got Filthy Ghost and Toro fighting, and Filthy Ghost back up now to P1. Viva back up to P1. I can't keep up with this. There's 5 drivers here, and I don't know who's going where. Filthy Ghost and Toro side by side here. But Filthy Ghost now takes P2. Enhance up to P8. Viva's got a 7/10 lead now. Got to try and get out of this DRS zone as quickly as he can, if he can at all. We're going to go on board with Filthy Ghost because he's got a extremely quick car. I don't think Viva's going to be able to stop him. He's got such a quick car down the straight with DRS. And he will take the move pretty easily. So Filthy Ghost now up to P1. Salty Stevens up to P3 now. Toro down in P4. Hybrid has come into the pits, so he must have got front wing damage. Beaver's keeping up with Ghost at the moment. So I think the people, if you want to go for a set of mediums to softs, you're going to have to probably get to lap 18 to 20, I would imagine. Depends what sort of tyres everyone is on. Obviously, Viva can go on to either a set of mediums or softs because he has already used a set of hards. And Hybrid is out of this session. And we have a safety car. So this changes everything. So I think... yeah, this is a tough one. I guess Filthy Ghost will go on to a set of hards. And go to the end. Viva's going to go on to a set of mediums. And Filthy Ghost picks up a 5 seconds penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He'll be fuming about that. That is not what you needed. Doug stays out. I'm pretty sure Viva will go on to a set of mediums, which he has. Salty Stevens goes on to a set of softs, which is not going to get him to the end of the race. I can't imagine it will anyway. And we have 10 drivers left. As Martellon says, nice defence, I agree. I guess that was talking about the bit where the 5 were all attacking. Vader says, just wanted to say before I go that Angry Badger pushed me like in the open lobby across the grass, hence why I torpedoed him and left everything being fun for the last few races. Warm for the rest says, go on Viva. Doug's going full tyre whisperer now. Yeah, he's going to have to try something amazing here, Doug. The only one not to pit. Obviously, Filthy Ghost now got that 5-second penalty. And Filthy Ghost actually coming into the pits again. So he's going on to a set of mediums, I guess, now. Which will get him to the end. And he can do his 5-second pit stop now to get it done with. Michael Ross also into the pits. And that's exactly what he is doing. So at the moment, Viva's definitely in the driving seat to win this race. And the football news is Wales 0, Poland 0 still. Ukraine 1, Iceland 1. So Ukraine have got that goal back in the Euros qualifiers. And England are still 2-1 down to Belgium. Germany, Netherlands is 1-1. Scotland still trailing Northern Ireland by 1-0. Republic of Ireland still trailing Switzerland by 1-0. Spain are currently beating Brazil 1-0. And that is probably all you'll want to hear. So we're still waiting for Mindful Wasp to catch up. So I'm guessing there'll probably be another lap under the safety car. We've only got one drive. Other than Doug, who is on the older, harder tyres, you've only got Enhance, who has stayed on the hard tyres. And Doug has actually come into the pits now. So Doug pitting, and he will be going to a set of mediums, I reckon. Unless he's going to try and get some softs to the end of this race. He goes for a set of mediums, so and Salty Stevens in for a set of mediums as well. So everyone changing their strategies here. The only person not on a set of medium is Enhanced. So at the moment, all 9 drivers, except for Enhanced, all on new mediums. Something's happening behind us here. Mindful Wasp and Filthy Ghost playing a bit of a game here, it seemed like. We are all sorted out now, though. Got 3 people on penalties, which are all 3 seconds. And the safety car will be in this lap because we're just waiting for Doug and Salty Stevens to catch up. So as you saw, the safety car is in this lap. Viva just holding up the pack now. The likes of Angry Badger and Enhanced and Toro and Mr. Potwash. And Viva's actually gone. Viva's gone already and he has had a really good start. Enhanced also had a really good start. Can he get ahead of Angry Badger in turn 1 here? Really close. Enhanced had to pull out. That was a close one there. Surprised either one did not collide into each other. Filthy Ghost already up to P5 now. So Filthy Ghost flying on these set of mediums. And there was a bit of a touch there with Toro Mindful Wasp. Filthy Ghost up to P4 now. And Viva's got a 1.2 second lead over Angry Badger now. Filthy Ghost catching up to Enhanced. How well can Enhanced race on these set of hards? Salty Stevens now fighting with Mr. Wiggles for P8. I think Filthy Ghost's got a chance here to overtake Enhanced here into this next part. And Filthy Ghost already got the fastest lap of the race at 1:19.2. And as you can see, Filthy Ghost is up to P3. Angry Badger still keeping up with Viva. Mr. Potwash, Toro and Mr. Wiggles all colliding. And I'm not too sure about that, but Mr. Potwash, Toro and Mr. Wiggles all had contact there. And there is a virtual safety car now. Mr. Wiggles actually, unfortunately, is the person to suffer the most from that incident. 3 people just do not work out round that corner. And unfortunately, it was pretty much going to happen with that many drivers round that bit. As we are back racing once more. As Martellin said, he actually fancied 16 laps on the softs. So he would have gone for a different strategy if he was racing tonight. Everyone else has gone for a set of hards or mediums. Again, I was surprised no one did go for the soft strategy. Maybe the people at the back, they would have been pretty gone at the end. But again, everyone on a set of mediums. Angry Badger actually faster than Fever at the moment. And Martellon says Angry Badger done well coming from the back of the pack. He's done extremely well. Yeah, at the back of the pack at one point. Now up to P2 on the same tyre strategy as everyone else. So, yeah, the Aston Martin doing really well at the moment. But he has got Filthy Ghost, who looks extremely quick tonight. Filthy Ghost now only 4 tenths behind Angry Badger. I think Angry Badger's going to really struggle to keep Filthy Ghost behind him here. And then Filthy Ghost will be looking to take Fever soon after. But again, we'll have to wait and see with that one. Filthy Ghost picks up another fastest at 1:19.8. But Salty Stevens now picks up the fastest at 1:19.6. And he's up to P6, Salty Stevens is. So Fever is trying to get away from these, but he's not succeeding at the moment. And if anything, the top 6 are all separated by about 3 seconds. Because Mindful Wasp and Salty Stevens all coming back into this pair now. Torre picks up a 3-second time penalty. So does Mr. Wiggles. There's a lot of battling here between the top 3. I think Filthy Ghost is going to take P1 here. He's gone outside, and Filthy Ghost now takes the lead of the Portuguese Grand Prix. So Filthy Ghost in the Red Bull up to P1. Fever, can he do anything to extend his championship lead? Because at the moment, he's losing a few points to Filthy Ghost. And he's also got the likes of Angry Badger, Enhanced, and Salty Stevens very close behind them as well as Mindful Wasp. Let's go down to Mindful Wasp because he is still on the back of Salty Stevens. So at the moment we have 10 drivers left, with Hybrid, Vader and Algari all have retired from the session. Unfortunately, they did DNF from tonight. So Viva has kept in the DRS zone, half a second behind Ghosts. Enhanced is still caught up with these, and his hards will be becoming the better tyre by the end of this race. Just let you know as well, England's still 2-1 behind to Belgium, and Wales is still 0-0. So Doug has come into the pits for a set of softs. Angry Badger now struggling a bit. He's about second behind Viva, and he's got Enhanced. Salty Stephen on the back of him. Needs that DRS to keep these guys behind. Not sure if he's got it or not. He should do. Hartz moves out to the outside. And he will take P3 because Angry Badger did not get the DRS. Enhanced now will be trying to catch up to the top two. Salty Stevens also takes Angry Badger for P4. Doug going to fight with Mr. Wiggles now for P9. And he does take that position. So Doug now up to P9. So at the moment, Filthy Ghost is P1 and he's got a second lead nearly over Viva. Then we've got Viva's P2. Third is Enhanced. P4 is Salty Stevens. Fifth is Angry Badger. Sixth is Mindful Wasp. Seventh is Mr. Potwash. Eighth is Doug. Ninth is PRL Turo. And 10th is Mr. Wiggles. Salty Stevens now up to P3. He takes Enhanced. But Enhanced goes back round the outside. And he has taken, the inside and takes back P3. Some lovely moves there from Enhanced to keep P3 and keep Salty Stevens at bay. Mindful Wasp now takes P5 from Angry Badger as well. And Angry Badger picks up a 3-second time penalty for that as well. Doug sets the new fastest lap of 1:19.4. Flying on them set of softs. We're going to stay on board with Salty Stevens because this is the closest battle. Enhanced just can't get these hard tyres to work at the moment. Really struggling to catch up to the top two and to keep Salty Stevens at bay. For some reason this track does not like the hard tyre. Viva is into the pits. What has happened to Viva? Why is Viva into the pits? He must have got front wing damage, surely. He doesn't come in otherwise, does he? He has. He's come into the pits on a set of softs. I'm shocked. He's now down in P7. He didn't change his front wing or anything. Has he got... I'm absolutely shocked. His tyres wasn't old. I'm actually baffled. He's obviously trying something different. Mr. Wiggles has retired. And we have a safety car. So Viva, he's pitted and now everyone else will probably pit. But how much will this affect him compared to the others? Is he going to be able to get back up to P2? Or is this going to help the others a lot more than Viva? Or does anyone come in? Filthy Ghost is into the pits. Salty Stevens is in. Everyone is in. And Mindful Wasp has overtaken someone on the pits. I'm not sure if that's allowed. We have to see where Viva comes out. I think he's really, really unfortunate here. I think he comes out behind all these guys. I'm pretty sure he will. He does. He comes out. Everyone is set for Angry Badger. him coming in up a lap earlier has really, really cost Viva. Which is big for the championship. I'm shocked he came in the first place. And now he's down in P5. He didn't have any damage. His tyres couldn't have been that worn. So we'll have to wait and see with 6 laps to go. Toro is just coming into the pit, so... As Enhance has just said in the Discord, are you allowed to overtake coming into the pit lane? Well, I did see that because I was on your camera. I did see Mindful Wasp. I think it was Mindful Wasp. Don't want to accuse anyone before. But he did overtake you before the pit... where the pit lane obviously goes automatic. I'm not too sure what the rules are on that in this league. I didn't think it was allowed. But we'll wait and see what the stewards say. Obviously clip it enhanced and then wait and see what the stewards say about that. So, Toro's just coming down the pit straight now. I'm pretty sure the safety car will be in this lap. We have 5 laps of racing, which means probably about 2 laps of DRS. So it's going to be a very interesting finish. Doug actually got 6 laps worth of soft tyres on. So he'll be struggling at the end of this race compared to everyone else. So everyone has now caught up. I'm surprised Doug did not go for another set of softs. Guess he probably did not have any. Safety car is in this lap. Filthy Ghost obviously holding everyone back now. Viva will be fuming in that cockpit. If only he pitted a lap later with the others, he would have been P2 like everyone else. Viva really unfortunate there. Let's see when Ghost goes, and he has now gone. Enhanced up to P2, but you can't overtake before the pit straight, so he will be affected by that because you can't do that. And Toro is out of this session. Enhanced will pick up a penalty here because he overtook before the the race start. Salty Stevens has picked up a 3-second time penalty. I'm very, bit of carnage at the start of that race. We're now down to 8 drivers. Enhance in a bit of trouble, I think, because he did overtake before the green flag started. So, Filthy Ghost is P1, Enhance is P2, Mindful Wasp is P3, and Viva is P4. Salty Stevens now down in P6, being overtaken by Angry Badger. And Salty Stevens is into the pits, so he must have got damage. Enhance is now right behind Filthy Ghost now. And he's taken the race lead. Enhance up to P1. As Enhance now and Filthy Ghost fighting for this race lead. Filthy Ghost is going to have a go back at him, and he will take P1 again. Mindful Wasp just watching this battle. Viva about 1.2 seconds behind Mindful Wasp. But these two are fighting for the race win, and Mindful Wasp really getting involved in this as well. Mindful Wasp has got that 3-second penalty though, compared to the other two. We're going to go down to the battle with Doug and Mr. Potwash though. Just for the moment. I will have to go back up to the top though, because these three now about half a second separate the top three, and Viva getting close to these as well. DRS is now enabled. Enhance picks up a 3-second time penalty. So that is massive for the race here, because Enhance now got a 3-second time penalty and Filthy Ghost does not. Either does Viva. Enhance here going to go for the chance to race lead. He's not able to do it, and Filthy Ghost keeps that race lead at the moment. So with 2 laps to go, P1 and P4 will probably be P1 and P2 by the end of this race, unless either of them get a penalty. Enhanced. Mindful Wasp though fighting to get past Filthy Ghost here. Enhanced is going to have the DRS. He goes for the outside, and so does Mindful Wasp, sorry. Enhance is going to have that better line, and he will take the race lead. Obviously got that penalty though. Viva 1.4 seconds behind Mindful Wasp as well now. Mr. Potwash and Doug still fighting for P6 and 7. Good battle for the McLarens there. Going to stay on board with these though, because this is the battle for the lead. Salty Stevens picks up the new fast out of 1:18.4. Smashes the previous quickest. Unfortunately for him, he must have picked up front wing damage from that turn 1 after the safety car. Mindful Wasp now backing off a tiny bit from Filthy Ghost, it seems like. Mr. Potwash picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Got 5 drivers out of the 8 with penalties. Filthy Ghost now, will he be able to get close to Enhanced? Has the DRS. 2 tenths, 1 tenth, and he will retake the lead into the last lap. So Doug and Mr. Potwash fighting again for 6th and 7th. Enhance now going back for the race lead. But Filthy Ghost does keep the lead. A bit of touch there as well, but they are both okay. So going into the last couple corners now. Filthy Ghost still your race leader. started P2 behind Enhanced. These two squabbling all race for P1 and 2. Up and down, up and down. There was a bit where Enhanced was on the hard. He couldn't get the tyres working. But Filthy Ghost now round the final corner. And he is going to take the race win. And Filthy Ghost takes P1. P2 will go to Viva. P3 is Enhanced. P4 is Mindful Wasp. P5 goes to Angry Badger. 6th will be Doug, and 7th will be Mr. Potwash. 8th will be Sorty Stevens. So Filthy Ghost does reduce the championship lead to Viva, but Viva does take P2, and he'd be pretty happy with that, I can imagine, as Sorty Stevens now crosses the line. But yeah, this Portugal Grand Prix calls a lot of entertainment and, oh god, yeah, a bit of carnage as well tonight in Tier 2. But Filthy Ghost, he qualified P2 just behind Enhanced, but he takes the race win. Well deserved to the Red Bull driver. Fought really well today. And yeah, he should be really pleased. He reduces the title championship lead to Viva. I'm sure they'll sort that out to see what it actually is. But Viva takes P2, so it's not... Filthy Ghost won't be too happy with that. So Filthy Ghost does take that race win. P2 will go to Viva. 3rd is Enhanced. P4 is Mindful Wasp. 5th is Angry Badger. 6th is Doug. 7th is Mr. Potwash. And 8th is Sorty Stevens. 2-0, Mr. Wiggles, Hybrid, Vader, and Algari did not finish the race. They all DNF'd, unfortunately for them. So that is your race for tonight. I hope you have enjoyed that. Martellon says some good battles today. Yeah, some really good battles. There was battles with about 5 people. I remember at one point, Filthy Ghost, Enhanced, Viva, Mindful Wasp, and Sorty Stevens were all fighting down into turn 1. But again, I'm not too sure with the safety restart at that last safety car, because there was definitely some overtakes before the green flag set off, for the checkered flag, I should say. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Anyway, that is Tier 2 for you. They've been racing Portugal tonight, and we will be back with Tier 2 next week. We have got Tier 3 tomorrow, though, so we'll see you tomorrow for UFRL. All right, good night, everyone. Hope you enjoyed.